Hey everyone, welcome back to Resident Evil, and it's time to do the underground. As I said in the last installment, this should be a quick one. The underground is not very long. You can think of it as a transitional area between the mansion and the lab, in much the same way that the courtyard is a transitional area from the mansion to the guardhouse or the residence. It is a little bit bigger than the courtyard, though, so it will take a bit longer. But not much. I just realized I forgot to say Spooky Matt here. Yeah, it is me. It is Spooky Matt, and I hope y'all are having a great day. This is 4 days in a row now of doing Chris's scenario again, trying to get this done and caught up with. And I actually have stuff going on tomorrow night and Tuesday night, but I am off work very early tomorrow, like 2 in the afternoon, or 2:30 in the afternoon. So hopefully I can get the final recording for this done then, and I will be all set to start Jill on Wednesday. If you'll recall, we have the battery to plug into the courtyard elevator, and then we also have the square crank. Don't do what I've done in the... Fuck. Don't do what I've done in the past and accidentally use the square crank first before using the battery, just absent-mindedly. Speaking of being absent-minded, that's like the first time I can ever remember being bit by a snake there. I'm sure it's happened years and years ago, but whatever. Okay, go ahead and take this elevator up. Yeah, take this elevator up. Do not go back the way you just came. The elevator needs to be in the up position or this will not work. That should be obvious, though. I mean, that's the quick and obvious way to do things. Through we go. Yeah, it's about 9:45 at night, and if I want to get 8 hours of sleep, I need to be asleep by 10:30. Probably won't happen, it never does, on Sunday nights. I always work early on Mondays, so it is what it is. Now, this is going to be slightly annoying. We're going to go back in the mansion and put the square crank away, and you'll see why that is. We're just trying to mitigate the amount of times we need to return to the item box. There is no item box in the underground until you make it past the boss room, which is really annoying. It's actually kind of... I don't know if they designed it that way just to make it a challenge, but it doesn't... I don't know. It isn't a challenge, it just comes off as really irritating and tedious. Again, I'll say this like I've said it before. Just because I really love a game doesn't mean that it's perfect by any means. No game is perfect. It's why to this day I have a problem with, you know, publications, gaming review websites and whatnot giving games 10 out of 10. That insinuates that a game is perfect. Always has to me. And then a lot of those websites will, you know, retaliate by saying, well, a 10 doesn't mean the game's perfect. I'm like, okay, so a perfect score of 10 out of 10 does not mean it's perfect. Then what does that mean? Like, the easiest way to mitigate that is to just not give it a 10. Give it a 9.9. Or give it a 9.5 or something. Please do not give it a 10 and then tell me that a 10 does not mean a game is perfect. That's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's a ladder. Will you descend it? Yes. Okay, so here's the underground. God, it looks gross. In the original version of this game. Definitely looks a little bit better in the remake. A hole is opened and I can't jump over it because I'm not athletic, apparently. There's a hexagonal hole. That's why we don't need the square crank anymore. We need the hexagonal crank, or hex crank. Don't pick up that flamethrower on the wall. We're going to have to pick up a flamethrower at some point, but not yet. Just don't do it. Nothing going on down here, right? Pretty quiet. Got some shotgun shells. Got a first aid spray. That's going to be very useful. Maybe. It's a power generator, but does not seem to work. I think in the remake it's a rusty boiler. I don't think there's any items here. Is there an item at the end here? Doesn't seem to be. Okay, cutscene time. Okay, now cutscene time.
Enrico! Don't come any closer, Chris. Wait, what happened? Double crosser! Don't! Hell. Umbrella. Who is it? Is someone there?
That's what you're going to do after someone fires a gun from behind you. Is somebody there?
What did he mean by that?
What did he mean by double crosser? He couldn't have moved because of this injury. He's holding something. Now, the remake does a better job of this part. Because right there, Enrico was holding a clip, right? In the remake, he's holding a crank. Oh, no. Oh, that's right. Nice. In the remake, he's holding a crank. In this original, the crank is dropped here, and you assume it's been dropped by the person who ran away after shooting Enrico. I guess that kind of makes sense, too. And of course, it's the hex crank. It's what we need. Okay, get ready for some monsters here. You can hear hunters walking still. I think they keep respawning in that room. I think. We're not going to find out. Okay, he's dead. He was actually closer than he seemed. Okay. Now we're going to trigger something, but we're not going to actually pick up a certain item here, just to save some time. Use the hex crank here and get across. Love his Brave Bomber shirt, it's so funny. Excellent. Across we go. We're going to have to watch out for a boulder. If you have played the remake, it's the same thing here. We're going to need that flamethrower, but not yet. Go up here, just walk close to it, and then run. And keep holding run. And forward. I'm not sure I would kneel towards the path of the boulder there, but it's definitely a choice. And here comes our last hunter of the game. It's kind of funny. Enough. Okay, there is an item here. We're not going to grab it yet. You'll see why. And because we have this badass gun, we're just going to go fight this boss now. Hopefully he stun locks. If not, this could be bad. He does not stun lock. Oh, he blew up really bad, though. That's got to be a bug. Oh, God. That startled me. What the hell was that? That was very buggy. Okay, he's dead. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, this is why we didn't pick up that other item, because we want to grab this knife. We could run all the way back to our item box and grab another knife. Let me just make sure. Is there... Yeah, there's no ink ribbon on the barrel. I think there is in Jill's scenario, or her playthrough. You can stab that way, you can stab up. Whoops. Then you can stab down too. Yes, Chris, well done. It's the one time you need the knife in this game. Okay, we're going to run to the left here. And here's our safe room. An actual safe room, or save room. With a typewriter and an item box. I don't know why they made the ink ribbon glitter there. Seems like an interesting choice. Shells, we're going to put this knife up here because we absolutely don't need it. We do want to keep the hex crank for now. Oops, those aren't the clips we wanted, my bad. We want those clips. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that just because we're going to be picking up ink ribbons, so mitigate that. Another first aid spray. Yay. There we go. Okay, there's two things we want to do here. The first is to go back and grab this particular item that we could have grabbed when that hunter appeared, but we didn't. Run, there's going to be snakes. They don't show up in this hallway the first time you enter it, but the second time and on, they always show up. Okay, just making sure there's not another hunter somewhere. Okay. Magnum rounds here. Great item. Obviously we don't need it, but that's where they are. And then you need this flamethrower now. Not even to use as a weapon. I mean, it's great against Black Tiger. Oh, by the way, that means you can't get out of this door now. Also means nothing can get in, so you're kind of safe in a way. But yeah, the flamethrower is excellent against Black Tiger if you're not using an unlimited special weapon like I am. Okay, go this way. Examine this to put the flamethrower down. Now we can get out. Or get into the next part of the, you know, area. Okay, another boulder area here. And yeah, we're going to do the same thing. We'll just do it now. Oh, look, there's something back here. Can't get to it. This one we have a bit of a longer run. Yeah, just try not to mess up. I don't really know how else to say it, but just don't mess up. It's a map of Underground. Will you take it? Sure, even though I've almost entirely explored it. I'll take it. There's our second MO disc. The third one is in the lab itself, so as long as you have 2 right now, you're okay. This is kind of cool. We're going to use the hex crank twice here. As cool as this is, I kind of hate this part because it takes forever. Come on, Chris. There we go. Now, secret entrance. Awesome. And you have to find this secret entrance to advance the game. Really cool puzzle. Looks like there's something in there. How do we get to it, though? Oh, look, a statue. I'm just going to do this because I know this already. Push the statue right about there. And then another hexagonal hole. This will shove the statue out from the wall. And then use the crank again to move the wall back into place. And then all you do is just push the statue over. And what do we have here? Eagle of East, Wolf of West. It's the Doom Book Part 2. And remember, nothing to examine here, even on the spine, but you can open it. And there's the medal. We have the Eagle medal, and now we have the Wolf medal, a medal from the second Doom Book. Excellent. And yeah, if you look at Courtyard Basement 1, which is the underground, that's it. That's really it. We're going to do one last thing here. First we got to go back to the safe room. Again, avoid the snakes. They'll try and get you. Whoa, buddy, calm down. I've already been bit by one of yous. Yeah, let's find the Magnum rounds. Okay, and the good news here is we don't need this crank anymore. Like, we're done with it. So that's cool. Grab your Eagle medal. And we're going to actually finish this installment by saving in this room. Because there's no typewriter in the opening area of the mansion, the opening area of the laboratory, like there is in the remake. So to the left here, here's an elevator. Up we go. It's welded and does not open. This is kind of cool. There we are. We're in this little separate area that we saw earlier. Bunch of herbs. We're gonna not pick those up yet because we're going to... Picture of a wolf is carved in a round hollow. And we'll put the eagle in the opposite side. Picture of an eagle carved in a round hollow. One last cool cutscene. Kind of. Yes, there is a hidden elevator in that fountain. That's how you get to the lab. And we would walk through there normally, but again, we're not going to do that because the only... Oh, for Pete's sake, Chris. The only place to save before the lab is in that underground save room. So yeah, after we do this and go sort through some herbs in our item box, that's going to be it for this installment. Wasn't very long, like I said. And then next time it will be the final installment of Chris's playthrough. Whoops, wrong way. I love how there's already just a snake sitting there waiting. It's kind of cheap, right? Especially because they can do a 90-degree or a 180-degree turn really quick. Yeah, look for a green herb. Again, you're not going to have any red herbs. There's a huge shortage of red herbs this late in the game. Most of the ones you get are from way early on. Then you end up just having an excess of blues. Cool. Save the game. I sure will. Cool. And that does it for this installment. Hope you enjoyed it. Went by pretty quick, as I've said numerous times already. Really cool to see Black Tiger, that's the name of that really huge spider, just get absolutely stun-locked. Took a lot of bullets, though. And also, he kind of glitched out at the end. He popped, and then his legs were still moving, and it actually kind of freaked me out a little bit. But yeah, hopefully you'll join me for the final installment. Hopefully tomorrow is when I'm going to be doing it. And yeah, until that time, bye for now, everyone.